Today let us learn question slide. Examine whether x minus 2 is a factor of x cubed minus thrice x squared plus 5x minus 6, or such type of question. Find the value of k if x minus 1 is a factor of p of x equal to x cubed plus x squared plus x plus k. So such type of questions are very important for the metric exam. Such type of questions are used to ask in 1 mark, 2 mark, or in multiple choice. Okay, so before this calculation, first let us know when do we say that a number is a factor of another number. So let me give you one example. Suppose 5. This 5 let us divide by 3. Okay, now 3 1 is 3, then 2 is remaining, so we have remainder 2. Okay, so when we have remainder, when we have any remainder, we should say that it is not a factor. But let us see another example. If this 6 is divided by 2, 2 3 are 6, now the remainder is 0. Now the remainder is 0. So we should say that a number is a factor of another number only when the remainder is 0. So if we get any remainder which is not 0, then we should say that it is not factor. So that one you keep in mind. So for this also, when we calculate and if we get a 0, then we should say that it is a factor, and if we don't get, then we should say that it is not a factor. Okay, now let us start. This is a very short calculation. It is for 1 mark and 2 mark only. Okay, then we should copy this one. P of x, this is from the question. Okay, x cubed thrice x plus 5x minus 6. Okay, now what is our divisor? Our divisor is x minus 2. So we are going to take 0 of x minus 2. Okay, next is 0 of x minus 2 is. Now before we continue this, you should know what is 0 of. See, let us say that x minus 1. What is the 0 of x minus 1? So what is this? Minus 1. Opposite of minus 1 is plus 1. Okay, so 0 of x minus 1 is plus 1. Plus 1. So why should we say that it is a 0 of? So we say it is a 0 of because instead of this x, if I put plus 1, here is minus 1. So together, when we cancel, it becomes 0. Let me take another example. X plus 3. Then what is the 0 of x plus 3? The 0 of x plus 3 is, what is the opposite of plus 3? It is minus 3. Okay, now I think it is easy. Now x minus 5. Okay, what is the 0 of x minus 5? The 0 of x minus 5 is opposite of x minus 5. It is plus 5. Okay, so likewise, opposite opposite of minus 2 is plus 2. Plus we don't need to write. So remember that 0 of x minus 2 is 2. Okay, it means that every x you should replace with 2. Okay, now this x, now we are going to replace with 2. Okay, then I told you that x should be replaced with 2. 2 cube. Next is we have 3. Next is we have 2. 2 will be next is we have x. X will be replaced by 2. We have square upside. Okay, next is 5. Next is x. X will be replaced by 2. Then 6. So what is 2 cube? 2 cube is not 6. 2 3 are 6. We should not write like that. Okay, 2 cube means 2 is 3 times. So 2 2 are 4. 4 2 are 8. What about 1 cube? 1 cube means 1 is 3 times. This is 1 cube. Okay, so likewise, what is 2 cube? 2 cube means 2 is 3 times. 1 2 3. 2 2 are 4. 4 2 are 8. Okay, then what is 2 square? I already explained. 2 square means 2 is 2 time only, so 2 2 are 4. So 2 square is 4, 4 3 are 12. This is easy. 5 2 are 10, 6. So when you get a question like this, one thing you need to keep in mind is that same sign should be added. Remember this rule: same sign should be added, whether plus or minus. If you find a same sign, you add it. Okay, so here 10 is plus, 8 is also plus, so these two have the same sign. That is why we should do plus. So 10 plus 8 is 18. What about this? 6 is minus, 12 is minus. Now 12 and 6, they have the same sign. So I told you, if the same sign, if you find the same sign, then you do plus. Then 12 plus 6 is again 18. You know that 18 minus 18 is 0. So now we get the answer as 0. That is why we should say that x minus 2 is a factor of this given polynomial. So now let us write down the conclusion. Therefore, x minus 2 is a factor of what? X cubed minus thrice x plus 5x minus 6. So we should say that x minus 2 is a factor of this one. Why? Because we get the answer as 0. Suppose if we get the answer another number like 2 3 4 5, then you should say that x minus 2 is not a factor. So since we get 0 as an answer, then you should say that x minus 2 is a factor of x cubed minus thrice x square plus 5x minus 6. Kayigum answer na 0 hek phangdraba mokhoi se factor nate haigadaba. Karigumba akhona 0 phangtaragadi akhona factor ni haigadabni. Aduna answer sida 0 tabra tabra ta akhona khangma mathau tai. Okay, then what about this question? Now find the value of k. Now we are going to find the value of this k if x minus 1 is a factor of. So the question already says that x minus 1 is already a factor of this x cubed plus x square plus x plus k. So what is the difference between these two? In the previous question, here we are checking, examine. So we are checking whether x minus 2 is a factor of this one or not. So when we get 0, we say it is a factor. If we don't get 0, we will say that it is not a factor. But in this question, it says that x minus 1 is a factor. So the question already says that this is a factor. So we know that this x minus 1, if this is a factor of this given polynomial, we know that their answer should be 0. Okay, now we can start. Let we can copy from the question. Px equal to x cubed plus x square x plus k equal to 0. We should not forget to put this 0 because they already says that x minus 1 is a factor of this one. So if this is a factor, then their remainder should be 0. Okay, now next step, what is the next step we do? 0 of. Now that's the 0 of this divisor. Our divisor is x minus 1. What is the 0 of x minus 1? I told you that we should take opposite. What is the opposite of minus 1? Plus 1. Plus, you don't need to write. Okay, then. What is the meaning of this? We should put 1 instead of x. So here x is cubed. That means instead of x, we should replace with 1. So 1 cubed. X square means 1 square. X means 1. Plus k, we don't know, we are going to find it out, equal to 0. What is 1 cube? I told you that 1 cube means 1 is 1 cube means 1 is 3 times. So 1 1 is 1, 1 1 is 1. Okay, so 1 cube is 1. What about 1 square? It is the same with this. 1 square means 1 is 2 times only. 1 is still 1. Okay, now how many 1? We have 1, 2, and 3. So we have 3 plus k equal to 0. You know the plus 3 when transferred it will turns into minus 3. Therefore k equal to minus 3. So such type of questions are very important, like find the value of k or examine whether x minus 2 is a factor of. Okay, such type of questions are very important in 1 mark or 2 mark question. Okay, lastly let me just repeat for a while. If you want to check whether it is a factor or not, you should get the answer as 0. If you don't get the answer as 0, that means it is not a factor. But if the question says that it is already a factor, then while calculation you put equal to 0, because this is already factor. That is why their value should be equal to with 0. Okay, at the end of this video I am provided with some assignment. Please do submit the assignment. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video.